Knowledge elites. Headphones are recommended for better experience. Very good morning to all of you. My name is Himanshu Goel. Welcome to Knowledge Leads. As we are covering chapter 1, sexual reproduction in flowering plants, today we are covering the third part of it, which is post-fertilization structure and events. In this chapter, we have to cover endosperm development, embryo development, ovule maturation into seeds, ovary into fruits. Now, endosperm. What is endosperm? Endosperm development precedes embryo development because its cells are filled with reserve food materials to provide nutrition to developing embryo. The primary endosperm cell divides repeatedly and forms triploid endosperm tissue. Primary endosperm nucleus undergo successful nuclear divisions to give rise to free nuclei stage. This stage is called as free nuclear endosperm. When cell wall formation occurs, endosperm become cellular and number of free nuclei varies much before cellularization. Example is coconut water. आपने coconut water पिया है कभी? That water is free nuclei and nuclear endosperm and surrounding kernel. जो मलाई हम लोग खाते हैं वो मलाई जो है वो cellular endosperm है. Now coming towards embryo develops at the micropylar end of embryo sac where zygote is situated. Zygote mostly divides when endosperm is formed. It is adaptation to provide nutrition. Early stages of embryo development, embryogeny, is similar between monocots and dicots. The zygote gives rise to embryo and subsequently to globular, heart-shaped and mature embryo. As you can see in the diagram, a zygote forms globular embryo, then a heart-shaped embryo, then a mature embryo. Now coming to next, dicot embryo. It consists of embryonal axis and two cotyledons. The portion of embryonal axis above the level of cotyledons is epicotyle, which terminates with plumule or stem tip. The cylindrical portion below the level of cotyledons is hypocotyle, that terminates at its cover, and in radicle or root tip, which is covered with root cap. The epicotyle is the above part which terminates with a plumule, and a hypocotyle is a part that terminates with radicle or root cap. Now further we are coming to monocot embryo. Monocot embryo possesses only one cotyledon. In grass family, cotyledon is called as scutellum, that is situated towards one side lateral of embryonal axis. At lower end, the embryonal axis has a radicle and root cap enclosed in an undifferentiated seed called as coleorhiza. Portion of embryonal axis above the level of attachment of scutellum is epicotyle. Epicotyle has shoot apex and premodia in hollow foliar structure called as coleoptile. Now seeds. In angiosperm, seeds is the final product of sexual reproduction. Fertilized ovule often formed inside fruits. Usually contains seed coats, cotyledons and embryo axis. Integuments of ovules harden as tough protective seed coat. Micropyle remains as a small pore in seed coat to facilitate oxygen and water into seed during germination. As seed matures, water content is reduced 10 to 15% moisture by mass and seed becomes relatively dry. General metabolic activity slows down and seed may enter in state of dormancy. If favorable conditions available, optimal moisture, oxygen and suitable temperature, it germinates. Ovule develops into seed and ovary develops into fruit. The wall of ovary converts into wall of fruit called as pericarp. Pericarp may be fleshy, guava like in guava, orange and mango, or it can be dry like in groundnut and mustard. Some fruits develop seed dispersal mechanism. We have to study that too. Chewed seeds may be of two types: non-albuminous seeds and albuminous seeds. Non-albuminous seeds or ex-albuminous, they don't have residual endosperm as it consumed during embryo development. Examples are groundnut and green peas. Albuminous seeds, they retain part of endosperm as it not completely used up during embryo development. Examples are wheat, maize, castor, barley, etc. In some seeds like black pepper and wheat, remnant of nucellus are also persistent. It is called as perisperm. Mostly fruits develop from the ovary by the time other parts degenerate and fall off. In few species, thalamus also contribute in fruit formation. These fruits are called as false fruit. Now, after hearing false fruit, it is not made up of plastic, it is too made up of biotic tissue. Examples are apple, strawberry and cashew. The fruits develop only from ovary are called as true fruits. As you can see in the diagram, false fruits, apples and strawberry. Thalamus is present inside the strawberry and acne on the front side. Thalamus is present on the outside of apple, and seed and endocarp and mesocarp present inside the thalamus. Some fruits developed without fertilization are called as parthenocarpic fruits. Parthenocarpy can be induced by using growth hormones. Such fruits are seedless. Example is banana. Now coming to next, we have advantages of seeds in angiosperms. Better adaptive strategies to colonize new areas, as sufficient food reserves to nourish growing seedling until they are capable of photosynthesis. The third is sexual reproduction generates new genetic combinations leading to variations, so better survivability. Then fourth is the knowledge about seed viability is important for agriculture and farmers. Few species lose viability within few months and many species have seed viability for years. Examples are lupine, Lupinus arcticus is the oldest viable seeds excavated from Arctic tundra, germinated after 10,000 years. The second example is latest known as date palm, which is 2000 years old viable seed. Now coming to next, we have apomixes and polyembryony. What is apomixes? In general, seeds are produced of fertilization, but in few flowering plants evolved is a mechanism to produce seeds without fertilization called as apomixes. Examples are Asteraceae and grasses. It is a form of asexual reproduction that mimics sexual reproduction. Several ways to develop apomictic seeds are: first is diploid egg cell is formed without reduction division and develops into embryo without fertilization is a way to develop a apomictic seed. Second is in some nucleus cells surrounding embryo sac develop into embryo. Examples are citrus and mango. In such species, ovule contains many embryo that is called as polyembryony. Hybrid varieties of fruits and vegetables are exclusively cultivated. High productivity hybrid seeds have to be produced every year because a progeny of cultivated varieties may segregate the desired characters of hybrid varieties during cultivation. Production of hybrid seeds is costly for farmers. Hence, if hybrid seeds are produced apomictically, then production cost can be reduced. Now, coming to the end, please guys like, share and subscribe my channel Knowledge Leads, because it's very difficult to make a video. And if you subscribe and if you like and share, I'll feel some motivation to do that in further. Now in last, have a knowledgeable day ahead, and thanks a lot guys. Bye bye.